Greetings, YouTube. Happy Saturday. I want to start off this video by thanking you from both my brother Prof Box and myself for all the kindness and support you showed him during such an amazing week. He felt right at home on the channel, especially during the live streams he got to be a part of. Loved reading the comments you all put in the videos he recorded and the unique flair that we kind of bantered off of, if you will. And he is now going to have his first child, God willing, in May. And so it was kind of his last hurrah. We're not even sure if it's going to be years before he's going to come back to visit me in Oklahoma again. So it was really special, and I want to thank you for that. You know what's also special is when you have people constantly telling you to do something and you finally just have to give in. And for months, we're talking like 2-3 months, I have had people say, Prof, you know, you're kind of dumb for not just taking the rank up materials that you've been hoarding and taking Dr. Doom to rank 2. If I had $1 for every time somebody asked me why I haven't taken Dr. Doom to rank 2, I would have at least $500, $600. Enough for a lot of trash featured Cavalier crystals, I can tell you that. So it is indeed that time of the week where if you go to the solo events, you've got to level up. And so I'm looking at my champions. I'm looking at the 6-star roster. Every time I show my 6-star roster and people complain that I show it too much, I'm just trying to add context. They say, wow, Dr. Doom is not ranked 2. And why not? And usually I say because I don't know when I would use him. But now, even though it's going to be months away, I am prepared to do the Abyss sometime this summer. Not the full exploration, but at least the initial quote-unquote easy path, which don't look easy at all. Initial completion. And you know how sometimes you're watching a YouTuber and you're like, man, that YouTuber is so amazing. Who is actually doing their fights? What merc is doing these fights? No one's going to be asking themselves that. Unless they're like, wow, did Prof grab some blind kid off the street to do his fights during the Abyss because somehow they have more health at the end of the fight than when he goes in? Somehow he's broken the game and they're starting with like 105% health. He is using more units to get one guy down than most YouTubers used to complete the entire path. That's going to be me. So get pumped for that. If you want to feel better about yourself and your skills, come watch my Abyss run. So it is without further ado that I say I'm going to need this guy for the Abyss. I have exactly 7 Tier 2 Alphas. I have more than enough Tier 4 Mystics. I have Tier 5 Basics. Can I just say, it's kind of dumb that you need Tier 4 Basics to take a 6-star to rank 2. Like, I feel like you shouldn't have to use any of those. And Tier 4 Basics lately are actually what I'm kind of out of. So I would prefer to not have to use them. And yet, it's they're going to be used. So, here we go. I listened to YouTube. I have thrown my hands up in the air like I just don't care because I am now succumbing to the peer pressure that is taking this champion to rank 2. And I know I'm going to be thankful for it, especially when I do the Abyss. I'm not sure what else I'm going to use him for. I still love my starting 5 of Stark Spidey, Ghost Rider, and Blade, the OG Holy Trinity, with Omega Red. And even though everybody was always like, you got to have Sabretooth or Deadpool X-Force when it comes to Omega Red, I completely disagree. He still melts people even without that synergy. And when you replace one of those champs who honestly I would not use except in desperation mode for fights, and you replace him with Red Hulk, somebody who suddenly when you're fighting like Human Torch becomes incredible because of course he absorbs that incinerate damage. I'm sure he's also going to be a pretty exceptional counter for future incinerate damage of say Longshot, for example, because you're not going to have to worry about that. So I just think to myself, you know, Red Hulk is an incredible champion and so underrated. I also have to say, as it is a level up event, that if I get Dr. Doom to rank 2 and I still somehow don't have those 25 free units, like if you take a 6-star to rank 2 during the level up event, you should get all the milestones and then some. It still feels like it's sort of skewed to 5 stars, and that's very confusing to me. They need to update that along with so many other things, including the Alliance War crystals. That's like at the top of the list. The greater crystals. Okay, so now I'm out of Tier 2 Alpha, which is kind of crazy to say. And I'm also taking him to rank... wow, look at this. So he is technically the number 1 champion I have as a 6-star, and he is unawakened. And Aegon now is at Sig 121. So Aegon at Sig 121 has 20 PI less than a unawakened Doctor Doom, who is sitting at 29,000 health and 5,400 attack. Let's check how many points that was worth in the level up event. And sure enough, taking a 6-star to rank 2 did not even get me 3 full milestones of the level up event. So if you need to take a 6-star to rank 2 and you want to wait for the level up event, don't do it. Kabam has coded the level up points against 6 stars, and that makes literally no freaking sense whatsoever. Thankfully, I recently opened a new Hawkeye as a 5-star. Somehow I got a 6-star Hawkeye before a 5-star. Explain that one. So I'll be finishing up this event by leveling him up to max rank 1. And I also have to say that I'm very excited. In about 15, 20 minutes or so, assuming this posts to YouTube in the timely manner that I'm hoping for, I'll be able to do a across the pond stream for my European subscribers and fans who normally want to come by and ask questions and say hello, but they don't have the chance because they're, God willing, asleep during my normal evening broadcast. And lastly, I shouldn't be laughing about this, but you just have to know. I have over 5,000 line messages to get through. I am going to record a few videos today. I'm going to do a live stream. And then I'm going to spend 4 hours of my evening trying to respond to as many messages as possible. Because even when I have weeks like now where real life takes a precedent over my full-time hobby/job, I still want to go back, and even if it takes days, try to respond to everybody. So please continue to be patient. It's kind of frustrating when somebody sends me like a really rude message because they think I'm ignoring them when really I just haven't had the time to get to them. But I'm also, volunteering to give you my time and advice and affirmation for free. And so that should hopefully be worth something. It's very discouraging when I get really hateful comments because people feel entitled to my time and I don't have time yet to respond. And, part of me thinks, well, maybe I should just stop doing this. But this is really one thing that separates my channel, I think, from a lot of other, not just MCOC channels, but YouTubers in general. I'm approachable and I actually respond. But because of that, it takes a lot of time. I spend far more time on the Line app than YouTube or playing in the game. And my brother saw how many hours I spend, and he asked how long I could do it. And I can't do it forever, but hopefully I can do it now. So stay patient. I wanted to make sure to add that to the end of this video. And now we're going to end it. Would you like to see some rank 2 Doctor Doom video? I don't know if it's worth your time or not. So comment below. Otherwise, thanks for the peer pressure. I think in the long run, I'll be very thankful I did this.